Yeah, so we haven't talked about early planning. That's something that, as we're very focused on startup and execution, that shift left is something that we're also very interested in and accelerating as an organization. I know we have a ton of history and experience and really have been leaders in AI powered design and planning capabilities over the years. But part of the study experience is also bringing all those capabilities together in a whole new experience. Again, we want to make it so those capabilities are very easy to use, very easy to adopt within your organization, very easy to promote, but also focused on connecting workflows so that you can do the logical things that you need to do in a row. And all of that can be used to then drive your startup, drive your actual execution workflows, whether it's, help designing your right protocol and providing the right information so that once you have a solidified protocol, now you can have your study build done automatically. Once you have the right protocol, you can select the right sites, to be used for your trial. Again, it's all starting with upfront design and planning capabilities, all powered by a industry-leading simulation layer, so that from start to finish, AI is being used to not only help you design and plan your trial, but start up the trial in the right way, and most importantly, execute the trial in the right way. One of the things that we've learned is it doesn't matter how well you execute. It doesn't really matter what systems you have to execute your trial. If your protocol was designed poorly from the start, if your trial was designed poorly from the start.
Yeah. And to take it one step further, how do we facilitate all of the handoffs between those stages so that information isn't lost or dropped or re-entered into another system as it moves through that process? So all of the knowledge and the history that different users might need in order to move from planning into startup or from startup into execution is all there from them at their fingertips. I think we all know that as trials become more complex, there's more stakeholders involved, there's more handoffs involved. Our ability to solve bigger clinical operations challenges fall beyond the scope of just a single product. What we really need is a way to connect all of those pieces so that the handoffs are a lot more seamless. I'll give you one example. The feasibility into startup process has been an area that's been a real challenge because multiple spreadsheets, many users with disconnected systems, and a lot of meetings that just go in circles talking about the same information over and over because it's not centrally captured. We think there's a different way to do that, where the insights learned from the feasibility and planning process, those scenarios around potential sites and countries that are going to be the best for a particular trial. All of that information that's done by the feasibility teams, that should be just exposed to the startup teams, where the AI insights and the learnings can just be brought to those startup teams to drive those workflows that much faster. Another example is within enrollment forecasting. So today in most CTMS, enrollment is really done as a straight line projection, very often done as a straight line projection. For users who are interested in taking advantage of AI to help them predict when a trial is going off track, that normally sits in a totally different product. We want to bring that into where the action happens, which is within the enrollment's capability within CTMS. We can provide them with powerful forecasting and reforecasting models that let them spot potential issues earlier and then course correct without having to switch screens, with having context to all the other information on the site, and to again get that level of confidence that the AI model is telling them that these are areas that really need focus based on historical performance for those sites.
Yeah, those are great examples again of AI everywhere. Another strategy, that we have as an organization, moving away from traditional AI products and taking those capabilities and embedding them directly into the workflows that users are, doing on a day-to-day basis.